Normally, when a couple marries, it is believed and expected that they will live together forever. In Hindus, the marriage is considered as a religious sacrament and not a contract. But alarmingly, the rates of divorce is on the increase in India. I agree that the rates of divorce is not as high as in other countries, more so the European countries. But it cannot be denied that the rates of divorce petitions filed in the various family courts in India are on the increase. Hello friends, I am Advocate Sulbha Chipde. In my forthcoming videos, I am going to talk on the grounds on which divorce can be obtained under the Hindu law. But I felt a pressing need to first talk on the aftermaths of divorce. After having devoted 20 years to the legal field, I have seen that the couples are in a great rush to obtain divorce. These days, they obtain divorce for the minutest or pettiest of reasons. So I feel there is a need to enlighten on the consequences of obtaining divorce. Divorce is the outcome of domestic disharmony. The courts grant the decree of divorce only when it is proved that it is impossible for the couples to stay together or to cohabit together. Let us first talk of the legal consequences after the decree of divorce is passed. Once the decree for divorce is passed, the marriage bond between the parties is severed. That means that the marriage is terminated between the parties. It is no longer necessary for them to cohabit together, and normally it is the girl who leaves the marital home and goes back to her parental home. The status of the girl changes from the date of the decree of divorce. Till yesterday, she was a Mrs. So and so, and today she has come back again to her maiden status. She is at liberty to change to her maiden name or even continue to her present name. After the passing of the decree for divorce, they no more hold any property jointly in their names. For example, they may be having a joint account in their names, or they may be having some asset in their name. So it is expected that that asset be transferred in the name of one person. Of course, that would be by mutual understanding. Now let us look at the social consequences which follow the decree of divorce. Friends, let me tell you that they have to face many things as a social consequence of divorce. They are many times ridiculed, sometimes they are isolated, and sometimes they have to face insensitive inquiries from one and all. The people who talk very sweetly on their faces actually criticize them behind their back. This is more so when there are mutual friends of both. Even if the girl returns to her parents' family, chances are that she is not as welcome as when she used to come previously when her marriage bond was intact. In India, it is still considered a social stigma for a girl to return back to her parents. So she may not be all that as comfortable and welcome as she previously was. Even if the parents do have any soft corner for her, many times the scenario in the parents' family also changes. The brothers are married, they have their own families to fend for. So it is really difficult for them to maintain the sister, more so when she has come back leaving her husband. This is even more when the sister or the daughter is not financially independent and is depending solely on the parents. The problem is further aggravated when there are children born from the marriage. These children suffer for no fault of theirs. These days, children are mature enough, and some children accept the divorce very rationally. But where it is not so, the children also suffer. It is seen that the children feel very lonely, or they feel very divided between the parents. the children have to face the new family dynamics. Like, for example, they have to go to a new place of residence. Normally, they shift with the mother. Normally have to change the school. They have to make new friends. And it is very disturbing for them to go through all this. Some children are seen to have some severe health problems. Some children become very irritable, and chances are that these children may lose their faith in marriage and family. So this is a very, very far-reaching consequence which follows after the decree of divorce is passed. Friends, I don't want to suggest that one should not go in for a divorce, but I am only enlightening on the aftermaths of obtaining a decree of divorce which is faced by the couple. But once you have decided to take a divorce, here again I would make a very, very valuable suggestion. I would suggest that one should always go in for a mutual consent divorce, because for that the period is relatively short and you are free within the 6 months from the date of filing of the petition. When one of the parties really wants a divorce, there is no point dragging on the marital ties till infinity. In that, you both are at loss, because you have to go through the burden of facing every date of the allegations made against each other, of proving and counter-proving. So once you have made up your mind, go in for mutual divorce. That is a very valuable suggestion which I will make. This topic is very exhaustive and it is not possible to cover everything in this video. So in my next video, I will talk some more on this very root-going topic. Till then, bye.